Hello and welcome to another update video about Cardano. In this video we want to take a look at what happened since the last update video and what is happening with the Bitcoin price. As always, I try to keep it short with Bitcoin and then give you a brief update about Cardano. I think it's looking quite good actually in general, and the reason I say that is that Bitcoin has managed to get above the 47,200. What we can see here, for the first time in more than a week now, we've been above the 42,700. Oh, sorry, 47,200. That was a level we've been talking about for a few days now. We've tried to break out for a few times now. Didn't really manage to do it, but now we have managed to do it. And of course, we want to see the daily candle close above that range. I did say in the last videos, if Bitcoin gets above 47,200, I think this is then really or a rather bullish signal, and we see that confirmation. I mean, we talked about the golden cross that happened already today, the golden cross where the 50-day moving average is crossing above the 200-day moving average. That's quite a bullish sign. It has historically always been, and we can see the RSI recovering above 50 now as well, which is important. On the MACD, which was red, which is still red, but we can see that we've just crossed the zero line to the upside again, so that's a sort of bullish sign. Actually, it's a buy signal for some people. And we can see that here the stochastic RSI is starting to go up as well on the daily. I just want to have a very quick look at the hour chart before we go to Cardano. On the hourly chart, what we can see here is, that Cardano has managed to break out of this, well, I put it on the chart this morning in the update video, this ascending triangle. As you know, ascending triangles, they do, I mean, it's just a trend line, but we have a horizontal resistance line, which then makes it to a horizontal triangle. We talked about horizontal triangles a few times. It managed to break out in the end to the upside, which is when you have something like that, more likely. We saw that we made higher highs here and also higher lows. Then what I always say, when you have when you're just before a breakout, what normally happens, the price really can't get away from that line anymore. There might be a last attempt, a last push by the sellers, but if they can't make a new lower low, then that normally is a sign that there can be a breakout happening. And you saw that jump from 47,000 to 47,600 where we are now. I think it might now go up further. I think the next resistance line we have here is 48,000 or 47.9. Hard to say what it really is because price is very dynamic, but let's say it's 48,000. I think that's where it might get a bit of rejection, but it's all, I think, getting increasingly positive for Bitcoin, and that will have a positive impact on Cardano as well. And we can see that this morning I said that a breakout is going to happen because we were in that apex of that triangle, and we saw a breakout, but I'll talk about that in a minute. So where are we on the daily? On the daily, Cardano is of course moving slow. Well, not of course, but it is moving much slower than Bitcoin at the moment. In my opinion, Cardano should at least be up here at 280, maybe even higher, because that is what, well, I personally think the 47,200 level was comparable to on the Cardano chart. The 280, I think we should actually be up here. I think we will catch up very soon and will be there very soon as well. I think Cardano is just, people are waiting a little bit, and it also seems a little bit like manipulation for me, but it's always easy to say that, but we're going to take a look at that. Obviously, to really continue that uptrend, I think we certainly need to get above the 220-day moving average, which is up here at 270 currently. The 270 is also a classical or a historical support and resistance level, so we're going to take a look at that, and we'll probably get to test that sooner or later. Where are we with the indicators? They still show a bit of uncertainty here on the daily. We're below 50 on the RSI, which is rather bearish. Also the MACD, well, I think on the MACD we have maybe seen the low, and I did say that in the previous video. It looked like we were recovering a little bit, and it seems like very slightly recovery at the moment. But the blue line, the MACD line, might cross the zero line to the downside, which then is a bearish signal. But what we can see is that we are, with Bitcoin obviously going up, we might really see that trend reversal here as well. But I can't really see that at the moment here on there, but it might be coming. So that is what I personally would expect. I think if Bitcoin continues to go up now, also for example to the 48,000, I think Cardano will have a positive effect, and we can see that here already. Now, I did talk about a breakout was imminent this morning, and to be honest, we saw a breakout. We actually saw a quite a significant actually, but what you can see is that it happened so fast you might not even have seen it, And we talked about this morning in my video this morning on the UK time about this triangle here. Yeah, trend continuation. I said a breakout was happening. Wasn't sure which way, because there is a lot of, it's not very clear it's not clear at all in the indicators anywhere at the moment. But what happened, you can see that here. You can see that huge, very thin green line, which is the shadow of this candle. The body itself is very small, so that just shows that indecision which is in the market. There is no clear route forward for Cardano at the moment. There was not at this stage in this hour, and this is where the breakout happened, exactly in the apex. You can see that, and that was quite a bit of a range. I mean, the price went up actually in that hour. 1 second, I just need to. The price itself didn't move at all, but where that red candle closed here, yeah, from then the opening of the new candle, the price first of all jumped like in 1 minute. That was, and I'm going to show you that 2% in 1 minute, and then it dropped again from all the way up there. It dropped again in 1 minute, 3%. That is quite significant to have that in just 1 minute, but then to manage that the candle actually closes at the same level. So it's a bit hard to see on the minute chart, but I'm going to show you on the 5-minute chart, where you can see that it's very hard to see that shadow. This was within the 5-minute candle you had that, and it is significant. It is quite a breakout actually. So from then on, obviously we've been making higher highs and higher lows, so that means for me it actually managed to break out to the upside, even though it wasn't very clear and the candle actually closed at pretty much the same level. But for me, it's a good sign that we're above 240 again. We managed to get out of that triangle to the upside. Now we've got a few levels to address, of course, 250, 255. Need to get through them, but finally the Cardano price is moving a little bit, and that makes me quite positive again. Of course, we need to see the daily candle closing as well, clearly above the 240, which is the level where or 2838, which is the level that we've been hovering around for a while now. So I genuinely hope now, with Bitcoin going up, that we manage to stay over 240. The next crucial level is we've got 245. We had support there before, and resistance, and then we have as a major area here the 255. That's what I talked about in previous videos. And the next really major one, when I think Bitcoin Cardano can really be bullish again and potentially then get to new all-time highs fairly quickly, is if we manage to get above 280. But we're quite far away from that, but all of that can change within a day. I mean, you saw this pump here on the 11th of September. That just happened in a day. We moved all the way up there and tested at 280, and we just need to get up there. At the moment, it's still not a lot of movement there, but Cardano will have its time. Have a little bit more patience, guys. I think Cardano is, one of the best projects in the crypto space. If you're invested, you know that, and it's always important. These are the moments where people get frustrated and potentially might be selling. And I can't give financial advice. I'm going to hold. This is, in my opinion, in a few weeks, we're going to look back, and everybody who was holding and even buying, I think, will be very happy, and everybody who was selling, won't really have a happy moment. I still think, as long as we are not above 280, where I think it's sort of safe for us to from there to move to the upside, I think there is still a lot of potential to potentially even go down to 220. That's just a scenario we need to be aware of. I think for me, so in the worst case, to $2 again, but $2 was such a strong level in the past. It's also a psychological level. I don't think we'll drop below $2. But hopefully from here on, if Bitcoin behaves and goes up further and maybe even closes above 47,200, we'll be able to get to 280 and maybe even higher. And let's track that, and let's hope all the best for all of us who are now just waiting for the price to go up, because smart contracts are there. Other mainnets are failing. Solana, you probably heard about that. And Cardano is operating at the moment. Yes, of course, on the first day, in the first week, not all projects launched, but the demand for ADA coins will go up, and I think everybody who will be patient and have diamond hands will be nicely rewarded. So hopefully that video was useful. If it was, please smash the like button, and if you want to follow me on this crypto journey, please subscribe. Thanks a lot for watching. and see you in the next video. Bye bye.